Hey guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit more about subject-verb agreement. You've been doing well with basic subject-verb agreement, but there are a few things that can get a little tricky with it that we tend to mess up a lot, so I want to talk about those today. So the first thing I want to talk about is subject-verb agreement with compound subjects. And as you hopefully remember, compound subjects are when we have two or more subjects that are joined by words like and or. Okay, so now when we have subjects joined by and, okay, those are always going to be plural because if we're using the word and, that means we have more than one of something. So if I say something like the chair and the desk, the cat and the dog, the apple and the orange, okay, that means I have more than one. Okay, now subjects joined by or nor are a little trickier. Subjects, the last subject, and we make the verb agree with that one. Okay, nor his friends are leaving. Okay, this time my part of the subject that's closest to the verb is plural, so I choose a plural verb are. Okay, all right, now in sentences that begin with there and here, we're going to have to look later on in the sentence to figure out whether we want a singular or a plural verb. Okay, so there were 5 books on the shelf. Okay, so here there isn't actually my subject, okay? My subject is books, which is what there is referring to, okay? That's what is there, okay? Now, books is plural, so I want to choose the verb were, because that is also plural, okay? Now, let's look at my next one. Here is the report you wanted. Again, here, not actually the subject, okay? Even though it comes before my verbs, that's where we usually look, we got to look later on in the sentence to see what is here, okay? And it's the report. Right? Now, report is singular, so I'm going to choose the singular verb is. Okay? So let's do some practice, and I want you to underline the subject here and circle the correct form of the verb. Okay? So number 1, Margot and her parents visit or visits each other often. Okay? Now, Margot and her parents is my subject, so let's underline that. Okay? They're who or what the sentence is about, who or what is performing the action, so they're my subject, okay? And I see they're joined by and. So that's going to make this a plural subject. So I want to choose the verb visit, okay? Number 2, either the cups or the glasses are or is in the dishwasher. So I have the cups or the glasses. So here's my subject, okay? And this time they're joined by or. Okay, so I will only want to look at the subject closest to my verb, which is glasses. Okay, and since glasses is plural, I'm going to choose the verb are. All right, number 3, Vern and Fred need or needs a ride to work. So Vern and Fred is my subject. I've got an and, so it's automatically going to be need, my plural verb. Okay, all right. Number 4, there are a dog, a cat, and a bird in the garage. Okay, so here we're kind of combining both of these rules. Okay, there isn't actually my subject, so I got to look at what is there. And that is a dog, a cat, and a bird. Okay, so that'll be my subject. And I see those are multiple things joined by the word and, so I'm going to choose my plural are. Okay, now for number 5, I want you to pause and I want you to type in the subject and the correct form of the verb. Okay, so hopefully you said neither Matt nor his brothers was my subject, and you chose were as the verb, because brothers, closest to my verb, is plural. Okay, so a couple more things to know. When we talk about an amount, so like time, money, measurement, weight, okay, they're usually going to be viewed as singular because we're usually talking about them as one unit. Okay, so like when I say $5 is too much to ask, okay, $5, even though it's got that S on the end, so it seems plural, I'm talking about it as a unit. I'm not talking about like the 5 individual dollars. I'm talking about the amount as one unit. So even though it's got the S on the end, okay, we're still going to consider it as singular. So $5 is not too much to ask, okay. All right, same thing with this next one, 10 days. I got my S on the end, but it's not actually plural. I'm talking about an amount. So it's going to be singular, and I'm going to choose is, not are. Okay? Now, similarly, some nouns look plural, but are actually singular in meaning. So mathematics, physics, okay? Even though they've got that S on the end, all right, I'm just talking about one subject, right? Mathematics or physics, okay? So I want to choose singular verbs for these, okay? And this usually happens with diseases and classes, okay? So mumps, home economics, social studies, economics, measles, calisthenics, statistics, civics, physics, gymnastics, phonics, news, acrobatics, mathematics. Those are all examples of words that end in S but are actually singular. Mostly, like I said, subjects and diseases. Okay? All right, so practice. Mumps is or are one of the most uncomfortable diseases. Mumps is one of those words that looks plural but is actually singular. So we're going to choose is. Okay, and again, I want you to underline mumps, circle is. Okay, $100. So I'm talking about an amount, all right, an amount of money. So I'm going to choose my singular verb. Even though it looks plural, we're going to choose the singular verb. All right, 20 minutes, another amount, okay, this time of time. All right, so I'm going to choose my singular verb is. Okay, gymnastics, is or are easy for Angela. So gymnastics, again, one of those words that has an S on the end but is actually singular. So I'm going to choose my singular verb is. All right, and number 5, interesting news, is or are what sells our paper. I want you to type in the subject and the verb for me. Okay, so hopefully you said news was my subject and is was my verb, because again, it's one of those words that looks singular but is actually plural. Okay, so we'll do some more practice with this tomorrow, and let me know if you have any questions.